be a great tool for selecting potential candidates. First, we need to remember that everything we say, in one way or another, becomes permanent. Because of this, we can effectively monitor what a potential candidate thinks about virtually anything they wish to share with the world. It can be argued that a company that allows the use of Facebook in its office can see an increase in productivity. By simply letting people check out Facebook at predetermined times, they will be more productive. Facebook isn't all good, however. For starters, it is a very insecure platform. This is due to open scalability that is intended. Building a platform in this way has its merits, as evidenced by the fame that Facebook has enjoyed for well over 5 years. Open scalability has more to do with that success than any other factor we can consider. At the end of the day, however, all this openness that makes Facebook so great can also make it very susceptible to viruses. One of the greatest fears in using Facebook is inappropriate postings, whether it be in the form of text or pictures. Despite all the talk about increased productivity, some will argue that this is in fact a drag on productivity. It is a fact that the average office worker, if left unattended, wastes 2 hours out of every 8.5-hour day. In your business, you can't utilize a social networking site like Facebook without worrying about how to implement it. There are several things that you can do to help alleviate tensions around an office relating to Facebook. Having clearly posted and adhered to usage guidelines as your company policy is the easiest way. There needs to be a clear and unequivocal set of guidelines that the company and its employees adhere to. Employee training sessions are one way to avoid confusion. In these training sessions, you can spell out for your employees exactly what is right and wrong about Facebook. In the article, Benefit from the Facebook Phenomenon, Pete Simpson and the publisher of the magazine Microscope, he tells us they should point out that social networking has become a valid way of conversing not only with friends, but also with colleagues, customers, and business prospects. When speaking of why social modern networking is here to stay, there's no doubt that Facebook is a driving force in today's marketplace. Businesses must get acclimated to it before they're passed over for companies that do get it. You can't go anywhere in the world and not hear about it. It permeates literally all walks of life. And that sums up my presentation. Is there anyone that does have a question?
I do.
Okay.
You said that, well, I can understand how having Facebook would increase productivity for employers. They could look at candidates and that sort of thing. But how would it increase an employee's productivity?
If you set predetermined times for people to actually log on and check their Facebook page, per se, it gives them something to work towards, rather than if it's a free-for-all, they can just log on at any given time. They might not ever get anything done. But having those predetermined times to log on, it definitely sets a more rigid scale, something that's more easily adhered to.
So it's like a coffee break or
Yeah,
a
basically.
smoke break.
Yeah, effectively. Is that it? Thank you.